Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom, 1,494. I'm sure my face all broke up. Technology's been glitchy this week. Not sure why. Maybe a lot of people are off work. I don't know how it all works. Anyway, today, No Nonsense November. Tip and tool is managing stress effectively. Be calm. And I shared the tool. It's an app on your phone or on your computer called the Calm app. And it focuses on sleep, quality of sleep, meditation, uh, music, and stories to improve sleep and reduce stress. It does. You can use it to do a lot of different things, just like I use my Believe app, but it seems highly focused on sleep and stress reduction. Two things that many of us need improvement in on an ongoing basis. Our topic today for No Nonsense November is managing stress effectively. And I shared in Supersize Your Business and the Let's Grind Your Challenge my sudden cardiac arrest story, my death experience story, because I didn't share it in great detail, but it was the huge wake up call for me to realize that I thought I was managing stress effectively, but I absolutely positively was not. And as I look back at that, I knew for about a month ahead of that incident that I was not handling things well. My mindset was not where it needed to be. There's a lot going on in my life, and my brain was, and my self talk. I thought back, and I'm like, my self talk was, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I can handle this. I don't know how I can deal with all of these things simultaneously. And that's the record that was playing over and over and over again in the background. And normally, I thought I was capable of dealing with that kind of stuff and shutting that self-talk off, but I absolutely positively was not, or I wouldn't have had the sudden cardiac arrest. And so one of the biggest lessons I learned from that was I needed to take control of how I dealt with the stress and the things that happened that were outside of my control, and not have that negative mind chatter that can actually kill us. Believe it or not, our thoughts create things, and they can create anything, both good, bad, and ugly, or all of the above, good, bad, and ugly, and horrific. And luckily, I got a second chance to change my thinking, change my habits, change my thought processes, and learn to become a better version of myself. Most people don't get that chance. And so if they have an accident or a death experience, a lot of times it totally takes them out of the equation and usually changes us for the better. We don't always think so at the time. At the time it happened, I thought it was devastating, and it caused a lot of massive changes in my life, but they were all changes that needed to happen for me to survive, right? So a lot, nothing like that ever happens in a vacuum. I spilt my coffee on my chest at the beginning of the last video, which was hilarious. Normally that would, in the olden days, that would have freaked me out. I would have shut it off and had to change clothes and re-record. And instead I was just like, nah, I spilt a little coffee. Some of us are klutzier than others. It's just okay. And we just roll with it, right? So I'll change my shirt probably when I put it in my ponytail when I'm done with my videos this morning, but it's not a big deal. It's not worth stopping and having to change course, because it's just not a big deal, right? So many things we get all worked up about, and they really, in the overall scheme of anything, don't matter at all. And how things get done, as long as they get done, it's more about the results and how we feel through the journey than it is about actually how something is accomplished, right? As long as it's with and in alignment with our core values and our morals and our ethics and our values. I said values as well. So just talked about how to manage stress effectively, shared a handful of things that I do now that I did not do back before my sudden cardiac arrest. Things like leverage technology. I use technology to automate and simplify my life in a gazillion ways. Like, it's become so automatic. Like, I've just got this continuous improvement mindset that whenever I'm doing anything, I'm always looking for better, faster, more efficient, more effective ways of doing it. Like everything, like whether it's laundry or dishes or hanging out with my granddaughters, it's like, well, how can we make this more fun? How can we make this better? How can we streamline this process, etc.? It just is how my brain works now. Because if things work smoothly, it's less stressful than when they're chaotic. And life will serve us up enough chaos we don't need to respond to. We need to have ways, and technology is one of those ways, to level things out for ourselves. And so we have the time and energy to focus on the things that are truly important to us, and it's a little bit different for each of us, and that's as it should be. We want to build relaxation and self-care and boundaries and connection and relationships all into our life, right? So that when we do have a hard time, we've got somebody to talk about it with. When we do have a situation that comes up that we're not sure how to deal with it, we've got a couple of people in our support system that we can tap into and say, okay, this is what I'm thinking. Any experience with this? If they don't have any experience with it, maybe they just are the shoulder or the sounding board that you can talk to solidify what you already know you need to do anyway, if that makes sense. So just shared a couple of things like that, and the importance of being mindful and in the present moment, the importance of all of the other lessons learned that we're talking about this month and will continue to through the end of the month. That's all I've got today. We've got a new baby being born next door, so we're going to take care of the 1-year-old while mom goes and has the new baby today. She's being induced, so we know when it is, and so that's helpful. But that means we're going to have some fun and chaos around the house, and so I'm going to pitch in and help with that. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.